Hey, what's up you guys? It's Ryan aka Dead Inside One here. I got a review for you today on the PDair aluminum case for the iPhone 3G, 8 gig or 16 gig. PDair sent me out a couple cases and this was one of them. I did use this for a couple days, so I wanted to get right back to you guys on this one. Once again, it's the PDair aluminum lined case. It's the aluminum case. I have had a few aluminum cases in the past, and let me first start off by saying this was my favorite. This one definitely had more features than any of the other aluminum cases. So let's go ahead and go straight to it. Awesome packaging by PDair. I love this little style of the little box that you open up and take the case out of. Definitely like that. Pretty solid. That was definitely cool, and I do like how they kind of gift wrap it too. Gift wrap it by using the special PDair paper, or they've got some other pouches that they use as well. So that was definitely a plus. So let's go ahead and take this straight out. And like I said, I did use this, so I do have a few things on this. And here's the case. This is the PDair aluminum case. It does come in, it's one piece, but it clicks. If you can see, it opens up like that, and then it can go that far back without, it doesn't bend very easily. I mean, it is aluminum, so it will bend, but I didn't notice anything too much like bending. It fits really well and it clicks into place up here, so that it looks really nice. Looks very corporate. I've been using that word a lot, and looks very good in a corporate setting. Back down here, I mean, the edges here are smooth. It's all smooth around the corners. There's not going to be any scratching of the phone. I mean, it sits in the phone really nice. The corners are very smooth. You're not going to cut yourself on the aluminum. Nothing gonna scratch the phone, like I said. All your buttons are exposed, so you do have plenty of room to play with the buttons here. Your volume rockers are going to be exposed. You got your speaker holes down here. You can't dock with it, but you can. It's very accessible to put the charger in. Your sensor is covered here, or uncovered rather. You got your speaker holes here that you can hear, your headphone jack and such like that. So when you open up the case, like I said, it is in one piece, but it's on a little hinge here. Really smooth action. It's not rough. It doesn't make any noise or anything like that. Inside the case, smooth again, and it's this little felt feeling material that they've got all around here. This part doesn't, but it lifts up, so your phone's not going to touch this aluminum at all. And then you've got on the front end, you've got the same type of felt. It goes all the way around. Doesn't lift up, doesn't sit. I mean, it sits really nicely in there. It doesn't have any exposed edges or anything like that. This felt does a really nice job of covering up any possible sharp points. So let's go with let's talk about what's included in the case. You get your swivel clip. I hear this is kind of backwards, so say. I did not use the swivel clip. I'm not a big swivel clip person, so I did just use it like this. So let's go ahead and go with more of what's in the case. Got your silica gel. Don't eat that. And then your little baggie. It looks like it comes with your clip for the swivel, and it comes with a little lanyard too, which I didn't use that, but it looks like it's going to hold very nicely onto your neck or wherever you want to put that. So cool that they included that, and I think this case is like $28, so there's much more expensive cases out there that don't even include anything, so that's definitely cool that they included something like that. So we'll go ahead and set that stuff to the side. I'm not going to really do the review with this stuff because I did not use it, so we'll go ahead and set that back in the case here, and let's get straight to this. I did just do another review, so I do know that my phone is well cleaned. So we'll go ahead and install it here. What you'll do is you'll open up the case. It's on the hinges. You're going to set that down. I'll do that like that so you guys can see. You'll take your phone and then just gently set it in there. It fits really nice. It's very even around the edges. There's no lifting, no nothing like that. Everything's pretty much covered. Your bezels, you can still see your bezel. That's not lifted up or anything like that. But then you just take the front of the case, which is on the hinges, like I said, and then just close it down and snap it in, and you're installed. Okay, let me just show you the case a little bit. As always, I am using the front invisible shield, and it is not a tight, I mean, it is a tight fit, but it's not too tight. So that may be why it's sitting up a little bit. And you can see here, everything's exposed like I had talked about earlier. Your volume rockers, your silent switch, headphone jack, sleep wake button, nice camera hole. You're going to be able to take great pictures with that. The front of the case, you got your sensors and your speaker like I talked about earlier. The entire screen is uncovered, so you can use the whole screen with that, which is definitely cool. I also like that they did not cover the front of the home button. They did this little V shape down, and it left the home button exposed, so you can still get full access to the home button and things like that. Now the only thing was, there's a couple things, so let's go ahead and talk about that. I'm approaching my time limit here. I don't know what I'm talking about that's taken so long, so sorry you guys. What I liked about this case was it fits very well. It feels really good. It definitely, for an aluminum case, it's light, doesn't add much bulk to the phone. You got great protection on all your corners. Like I said, it's very clean looking, being the aluminum. It's not that expensive. It comes with some cool features. So let's go ahead and I'll tell you what I didn't like about this case. What I didn't like about this case, and this was one of the only things I didn't like about this case, was that it doesn't sit perfectly. I don't know how well you can see that, but this side over here, the right side, is actually pushed down a little bit more than the left side. It's not completely even. I don't know why that is. I tried to figure it out, but I really don't know why that is. I don't know if this sits up higher than this does or what the deal is with that. But that definitely sits up higher on that side, so it's not completely even. This bottom piece right here, the bottom bezel, is exposed. Even with pushing the phone all the way down, this little, I would say, half-inch piece of bezel down there, right underneath the home button, is still exposed. So, I mean, if they lifted this up just a little bit more, you wouldn't have as much access to the home button, but you would know that your chrome bezel is covered up here. And then the biggest thing with this case that I didn't like was this collected more dust than any other case I have ever had. When I lifted this up after a day of use, let me lift this up. I don't know if it's the material or what, but right in these ports, right in these places where the felt is, was just covered with dust. And like dust to where I didn't scratch my front of my screen because I got the invisible shield on, but I feel that if I didn't have the invisible shield on and I had no screen protector, that there was so much dust here that if I would put the case back on with that dust on, it would probably scratch the phone. So that was definitely an issue because there was so much dust on here. I was like, I'm not going to use this case again because there's so much dust. But yeah, there was dust everywhere. Dust in the back here. And I had it in my pocket at work. And I don't think that my pocket had that much dust in it, but I guess it did. So that was one of the other things. The camera hole, everything's really nice in there. Feels really good. But if you're looking for an aluminum case, I have seen a couple of them, like I had said. If you're looking for an aluminum case that does a good job at protecting the phone, looks nice, feels nice, I would go with the PDair aluminum case. Just because of the features that it has and what you get. Protection, you guys know what I like about that. So those were the things I liked, things I disliked. Thanks PDair for sending that out to me. I got a couple other things from PDair to do some reviews on. But right now, that was the PDair aluminum case for the iPhone 3G. And as always, guys, comment, rate, subscribe. And until next time, peace.